Hello, welcome to Asian Petrol. It's about December 23rd here. It's about 6 p.m. So good afternoon to you guys. I just wanted to give you another night drive with new Hyundai Grandeur, or aka Azera in United States. So before we begin, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit that bell notification so you don't miss out. And happy holidays to you guys. And let me just start the car. We also have a remote control looking like this. I just held that button to start the car, okay? And let me just back it up and show you the it's got very distinctive guideline from the headlamp, and as you can see, it's got very similar to Sonata's system, so it will not run me over. That's a nice thing. And you know, I just really wanted to show you the design of the new Azera, because I personally think the rear design looks a lot better than the front design. It's got turn signal. Let me just turn on the headlamp for you guys. So like I said, I really do like the tail lamp design. It's got a very distinctive LED combination tail lamp. It kind of sticks out like this much. Some people say it reminds you of the Avalon, but it looks actually a little bit better than the Avalon, I personally think. It's got turn signal, it's burp type, and as you saw, this is actually got very distinctive guideline from the backup lamp, but it's actually burp type. Okay. So we also have a Grandeur lettering. And how do you open the trunk? Just like Sonata, you have to press that button. And of course, it's got you know, some storage area below. It's got fix a flat rather than a spare tire, but it's got some space there. So if you're getting it from United States, that will probably include a spare tire. And for us, the second row does not fold, so we have a ski through. Okay, can't really see it, so refer to the daytime review and for the trunk space. Okay, so it's got dual exhaust on the bottom, looks pretty nice, but actually if you see it, only this one works. This is the twin tip, but inner one only works. Okay, so that's what it looks like from outside. So then let me show you the interior, because this is executive sedan. Oh, that's what it looks like at night. Let me just turn off the turn signal. Okay, it also has a in device for people lazy like me. You guys all know I'm about 6'2", but there's plenty of legroom, and headroom seems to be all right too. And you know, my feet are also comfortable, and you know, it's got nice leather here on the seats and soft touching materials here. Manual but sunshade for the side, and 2-stage heated seats, and the rear window comes down very smoothly like this, and only that much part is left out. Okay, got a suede on the top, and it's got a big panoramic sunroof on the top. So there, it opens up like that much, so I'll put a B-roll as well. Like I said, because second row does not fold, we have a ski through. And this top calligraphy has this pillow, if you can see it. It's actually very comfortable. It's actually only for the top trim. Okay, so all right, the weather is very bad today. Air pollution is also very bad today, so I'm just going to close it. We also have one 12-volt charging, one USB charging, and some storage area and some place for your pen as well. ISOFIX. We also have few controls for the media. It's got a JBL sound system. Sounds pretty good. Some classic. Some news. Some pop. So I like that song. So you can seek it, mute it, and you can go to mode to change the other media sources. And if you see, there's a bump, but it's not too bad here. So you know, sitting in the middle won't be so bad either. Sub-cup holders, of course, air vents for the second row passengers, but no USB charging port, but we have it here. So generally it's a very nice place to be. And why don't we just show you the car from the passenger side, because I really want to show you the gauge cluster and infotainment screen from this side. Okay, it's got 12.3 inch gauge cluster and 12.3 infotainment screen, just like on the Cadenza. It's got very similar system, and if you see, there's a bezel, but it's not, you know, it looks very like a Mercedes E-Class, but a little bit big bezels. But I think it looks generally very nice. This car would cost you, you know, there's no international pricing, but if we directly converted this calligraphy, which is top trim level, with 3.3 liter, was cost you around low 40K US dollar, and if you load it up, I think it will go around mid 40 US dollars. But you know, it's got lots of features, so you know, this even system stacked in LCDs look pretty nice for the price. We also have a climate control system. They have a separate control for the LCD with touch capabilities. You know, like I told you, I don't like touch sensitive buttons, but you know, it responds very nice, so it's not bad. But this also got heated steering wheel, but at least they give you physical buttons right on along the side, so that's at least a good thing, I guess. Heated ventilation seats, 3-stage. Drive modes, we have 5 of them. Let me just go comfort, eco, sports, and smart. But the thing is, they use the same layout as a Sonata, so you know, it would be better if they change the graphics or something like that, but they use the same thing, which is a little bit of a bummer. This is for the parking sensor. If it gets too loud, annoying, you can just turn it off. And that's for the park assist that we just showed you. Just like the Sonata will get out of the tight parking spots like that. That's for the surround view monitor. We'll show you pretty soon. That's for the rear sunshade. Okay. And heated and ventilation seats. We also have wireless charging, fast USB charging, 1 USB charging. That's probably for the Apple CarPlay. You can close it like this. This looks much better than my Palisades, because it takes up less space. If you put it like this way, you know, it takes a lot of space, but this vertically, I think it's a better system. It also has auto hold with electric parking. It's got some storage area here, so pretty nice. And you can also close the cup holder like this. So that's also nice, and because it's got shift-by-wire system with the push buttons, you can have a little storage area below here. See, I have my sunglasses over there. There's also one 12-volt charging over there, and there's some storage area here also, and also on the alongside the door. So it's very nice. The window opens up smoothly like that. One thing that is, this car is very quiet because they use pair glasses for the front and for the side, for the first and second row passenger seats. So it's actually very nice. And let me just turn it off, the whole thing. You guys like to talk about moon lamp. That's why I sat on here to show you this. Moon lamp is on here, on the center console, on the side of center console, and on this right here. And it's on the other side too. Let me show you when I get over there. But it's actually a very nice system. I think it looks very nice. You can this is actually new UI layout that Hyundai rolled out with this car. So we can go to vehicle and lights and ambient light. Which color? I just chose red because it seems like it's going to be very nicely picked up by GoPro, but I like, you know, blue. You can have a polar white, moon white. So guys, let me know which one is your favorite color. That looks pretty good too. Ice blue, ocean blue, jaded green, orchid green, frisbee yellow, sunrise red we showed you, or apple, purple, not apple, light violet. And you can also custom your color among like 64 different colors. So let's just put it on to the red for now because it seems to be very bright color. Okay. You know, this also got air cleaning mode here. If you see, it's got some cool graphics on. Hyundai says they also put microfilter inside of the car, so it's actually turn on the air conditioning and also filter the bad air using the filter. So like I told you, the weather is very bad today too. If you see, it's really foggy and it's got air pollution is really bad. So this Hyundai has been working on for a long time, and I think it's a good system, finally paying off. And if you live in the very bad polluted area, you know, you're gonna like this. So it's saying normal here. They're putting the how bad it is. So it's actually, it is good inside here. So it just changed to good. But one thing that I'm not fan of is these dials. I don't know why they put this kind of dial. You know, I wish they just had a rotary dial, but this is hard to use. Let me just turn it back. This is really hard to change, you know. I like to just dial. That would be nicer. So, but at least they put physical buttons for the media, radio, navigation, map. Very straightforward to use. When you press this, it goes back to the normal. So it's a very nice system. Hazard also very straightforward. And they also made these air vents, try to make it horizontal. Very nice. I mean, the system 2 LCDs look pretty nice. I mean, they have lots of high glossy materials here. You can also see fingerprints. But like I said, you know, just have a glass cleaner or a cloth here, somewhere here, so you can just take it out and clean it time to time. But it's actually a very nice system. Let me just show you the side of the car quickly and also front of the car. So, and my favorite part is this part, this thick C-pillar chrome strip. It looks very massive, and it somehow it reminds me, this part reminds me of a Bentley a little bit. Looks very nice. And our tester is wearing Michelin and 245/40 by 19 on front and back. And we actually tested the braking. It was very excellent today. Please refer to our daytime review for the braking and acceleration. And this looks pretty good. The mirrors, and let me also show you the front design. Okay, there's 14 diamond patterns up front. It's got 5 on each side, so that makes it 10, on 2 for the headlamp, so that makes it 4, so 14. Let me also show you how it blinks. Sorry. And like I told you, it blinks only 4, excluding this one. You know, when I asked the Hyundai designer, why did you take out this one? And they said, you know, they didn't want the arrow pointing the other way, because when you turn this signal, you're supposed to go this way, right? So, I don't know. It's just a little thing they told me, you know, but some people say it looks like Altima, but I think they have quite different design. If you see it in person, you'll agree it's a very different design. It somewhat looks like an electric car because this much is closed and there's only this part is open to cool the engine. So I think it's a very distinctive design. They got chrome, not a chrome, they got plastic on the bottom here, on the lower bumper, and this also got air curtains on each side. It's actually quite active system. Okay, I think I showed you everything about the car from outside. And let me just show you, go for a drive, I guess. So that's the part I was talking about. This also has the one more mood lamp here. So you actually have 4 automatic windows from this side, and if you see, all the lamps are LED. That's pretty nice. So, I mean, I've seen this car with you know, yellowish beige color. I think that's much better choice because these black ones look really nice, you know, easy to clean, but it just looks really dull. So, okay. All right. Oh, we also have a blind spot monitoring system on each side. So that's actually good. Let's go for a drive, and I just wanted to show this map. Actually, this is actually, but okay. So if you see, there's a guideline that we just showed you. It's pretty cool. It only is in the Nexo and I think Genesis G90. If you see, that's you know, I thought it was something graphical, but this is actually map. If you drive, it will actually change the direction. So they kind of integrate the map into the home screen. So that's pretty nice. Okay, let me also show you the headlamp system. That's a DRL headlamp, high beam, and turn signal. Okay, so let me also show you the surround view monitor. You can view it like this, like that, and also change the contrast, brightness, and everything. Okay, now let's go for a drive. Okay, right now we're on the road with Hyundai Azera, and as you can see, it's very quiet in here because Hyundai used a pair of glasses for the front and also first and second side windows. So it's very quiet, and this 3.3 liter V6 is very refined. You know, as you know, V6 are smooth, but this is also very smooth too. You also have auto hold here, so it's a very convenient in city driving. But it seems like Hyundai took out the auto start and stop functionality. I think they wanted to just let driver enjoy the smooth V6 rather than, you know, starting the engine and shutting the engine off. So I don't see any start stop function. And you know, it's got surround view monitor, you know, blind spot monitoring system, and also cross traffic alert. So it's actually very easy to use, and so I mean the gauges look pretty easy on the eyes. It's very easy to use, but I hate this gauge cluster. I mean, RPM gauge going the counterclockwise. I don't know. Starting from the new Sonata, Hyundai has been using the going the other way. I hope they make it this way. You know, at least for some drive modes. I hope that's comfort mode. And it's also asking me to drive now because, you know, lead car is driving away. I don't know what you call it in English, but I just call it lead car departure warning. So it's a very nice system. I also have adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. So it says HDA, Highway Driving Assistant, so it'll actually drive for you, as long as the road are clearly marked. And but it's not legal here in Korea, so after a while it will ask you to put your hand on the steering wheel. So, but if the lanes are clearly marked and if it's straight away, it will not ask you to put your hand back on the wheel as often. Okay, so it's a very nice system. I love the map. This is the home screen. If you go to the map, it's very big. You can pinch zoom in, zoom out, or use this tune button to zoom in, zoom out. So it's a relatively fast system, I think. So pretty nice, easy on the eyes, and this looks good. I mean, it's touch sensitive. I don't like it, but it's easy enough and looks good enough. So it's actually very nice. The head-up display also seems to be very nice. So this guy will actually talk to the navigation and also slow down in from the camera detector. We have a camera detector over there. Do you see it? It says 80 kilometers, and there's a little camera up there. So it will actually talk to the navigation and protect you from getting a fine. So it saved me a couple of times. Even my Palisade has it. I love it. But that's maybe only for Korean because they work with the navigation mapping. So I don't know if they're gonna have it for US and other markets. So you guys have different regulations. So okay. So what else? Drive modes. We have 5 drive modes. Let's put the car into sports. They use same graphic as Sonata, so that's a little bummer, but it's very easy to drive. Let me just show you, let you listen to the engine. I think it makes a great sound after 5,000 RPM. 5 to 6,000 RPM just makes a great noise, okay? So let me just turn off the adaptive cruise control. Okay, so that's 3,000, 4,000. Do you hear that? 6,000. So it makes a great noise. I personally think it's the best sounding V6 from Hyundai. So it sounds very nice. And we also have a button type gear selector. It looks very similar to my Palisade, but it's got very nice, I think it's a simulated leather, but it's got very nice looking soft touching material, leather looking around the gear selector. My Palisade has plastic around it, so this has a better system. It's very nice. First, your right hand doesn't know where to go, but after a while it's, you become comfortable with it. And even if you make a few mistakes, it knows, it will go to neutral, but it will not go to parking or reverse. So it's actually a very safe system. I kind of worry, what if your children plays with it and it accidentally goes to parking, but it does not. So it's actually a very nice system. We also have a heated steering wheel system, which is very handy for this day. It's a cold day here in Korea, so it's a very nice system. So what else? Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. It's a very nice system. You can see how safe it is and ensuring it is. It's a very nice system. So I do like the mood lamp. It's very nice. It's a very solid line here and on the side as well. So it's pretty nice. I like where the hazard light is. You know, I don't know. The new infotainment screen seems to be pretty nice. Yeah. So guys, let me know what do you think about the new tiles. They made a new tiles, icons and everything. Seems to be responding pretty fast. So, all right. What about handling? Let me just drive a little bit for you guys. I just love that sound. Oh, and let me just show you. We have a camera detector right up there, and this guy is just slowing down in front of this camera detector. So it actually is working with navigation. So I don't know how that's legal, but after we pass the camera detector, it will actually go faster than the speed limit. So, okay, what about the handling? Okay, this guy has a rag type electric steering system. It feels very nice. You know, I couldn't really push this car around the corner today because it rained this morning and it was very slippery. So that was very, I try to go fast, but you know, I just also want it to be safe. But it actually handles very nice for big executive sedan. This car actually grew in size. It's got 1.5 inches longer wheelbase compared to IG Grandeur. I'm not sure you guys know about it because it didn't get exported to US and North American markets. That was actually a very nice car too, but I guess Hyundai, you know, didn't sell so much Azeras in the US, so they just pulled out. But guys, let me know what do you think about Hyundai bringing this Azera back to US. I think they should do it because, you know, this is, I think you guys will love this car. It's got very nice interior, very roomy interior. So, you know, it's got nice V6, which makes about 290 horsepower and 253 pound-feet of torque. So that should be enough. And actually, I haven't had a chance to do the efficiency test yet, but I'll be going home, measuring it on the way back home today, and probably give you an update through the daytime review on the Azera. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so let me know what do you think about Azera if you owned it before. You know, do you think this Azera will sell in the US? Let me know. And I think they should do it because I understand nowadays, you know, SUVs are hot, but you know, we still need sedans for you know, corporate cars and so forth like that. So this 8-speed automatic transmission is very nice. I mean, Hyundai makes a good 8-speed automatic. It's probably not as fast as a ZF 8-speed automatic, but I would say it's very close, and it's very smooth also. So I have no complaints about recent Hyundai's 8-speed automatic. You know, even on the new Sonata turbos, which they call it, what do you call it? Sensuous Sonata. They have a 8-speed automatic on 1.6 liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine. That actually 8-speed is also very nice too. But this is also very nice. Let me just show it to you guys. We're on 5th, 4, 3, 4. So it's a very smooth system. So I mean, if you're looking for a, you know, layback sedan, roomy, with a nice interior, I don't know, the front design kind of, I think it would be controversial. I think it's got you know, that diamond patterns and everything. Some people will hate it, I think, but I personally think it's good looking enough. I wouldn't call it most handsome, but it's just when we were driving this car around the town, everybody was looking at us because, you know, they were like, "Is that a new Grandeur?" They were asking us, and Yes, maybe because we're in Korea and this car is so well known here in Korea. But I personally think it's, you know, it's handsome enough, but it definitely stands out among the crowds. You know, there's almost every boring cars, and this car certainly stands out. So, you know, people are just turning their heads to see the car. So that's actually very nice. But the rear lamp design, I personally like a rear design better than the front, and I think that's they did a very good job with the rear design. They got the dual exhaust on the bottom, and you know, we showed you that guideline, very distinctive guideline, which they use reserved for the Hyundai Nexo and Genesis G90. So I think that what the Hyundai is trying to say, we're gonna use that guideline only for the flagship, whether it's for the hydrogen fuel cell technology Nexo, whether it's you know, Genesis G90 flagship sedan or flagship sedan from Hyundai. So I think it's a very nice move, trying to, you know, say something, saving for the you know, flagship models. So that's actually Hyundai Sonata up front. So I mean, you know, it's very quiet in here. You have a nice map, nice gauge cluster. Somehow it feels like it's much bigger than the Cadenza system. It's a very same 12.3 inch, which Kia uses for their Cadenza. But this looks, I don't know why, it looks much bigger compared to Cadenzas. And one thing that surprised me is that this guy, like I said, it has a 3.3 liter V6, but Cadenza only has up to 3 liter V6. So I guess Hyundai wanted to differentiate and give something special to this new Azera. So because this is a flagship sedan from Hyundai, and Kia has a K900, so I think they wanted to give you know, some differentiation between Cadenza and this Azera. So it's a very nice system. I mean, this is only considered as a facelift, only being introduced 3 years after the Hyundai Grandeur, but it actually grew in size, and interior, exterior, everything has changed. So, you know, I talked to one of the designers, head designer said, you know, they don't want this to be called a facelift, but since it's been only introduced, you know, 3 years after the IZ, they have to call it facelift. So, I mean, in terms of price, it's not as bad as either, because, like I said, this is 3.3 liter calligraphy model, which is the top spec model, which will start around low 40Ks, and if you load it, it will be like mid 40s US dollars. So you know, I think I don't know, what do you guys let me know what do you think about all the pricing too, but no international pricing has been given yet. So let me before we end, let me just show you to you quickly how stable it is when we are going a little bit fast. Okay, so 5,000 RPM really sounds nice. Oh, there's a camera detector. Don't want to get a ticket before Christmas. So, and Merry Christmas to you guys. You know, by the time we edit this video, it will be over Christmas. I'm gonna try to upload this, you know, on 26. So that'll be, if you're watching from U.S. and North American markets, maybe I can get it to you around 6 p.m. on Christmas Day for you guys. Okay, so let me just show it to you how stable it is. I think it sounds really nice. Just right now, 6,000, 5,000. Wow, 6,000, and it's very stable. Maybe I think I should ask Hyundai guys for another press car because I really want to show you how this car drives, I mean handles, but I just couldn't do it today because it was very slippery. It rained this morning and it was very slippery, so darn it. This winter time is very bad for car reviewing here in Korea because it snows, rains, and this also has navigation. Will also tell the car to slow down around the curve. So that's what it is doing. It's just slow down suddenly because we are going on the big curve. So that's really also a nice feature. So Hyundai has been giving us good driving aids that will actually talk to navigations and slow down in front of the camera detectors, and also that will come to a full stop and start again. So those systems are very, very useful in city driving. You know, here in Korea it's crazy traffic every time, so it's a very nice system. So, and I do like the mood lamp. Yeah. So guys, let me know what do you think about the mood lamp. Yeah. So it's got only, you see that, it's got 290 horsepower being sent through the front wheels, so it will actually peel out quite easily. So I've been doing that all day today, so sorry Hyundai guys, but yeah, all-wheel drive system on this car would be also very nice. So it's still slippery today. Yes, so we gotta be careful. Alright guys, this has been another night drive with 2020 Hyundai Azera or Grandeur. Merry Christmas to you guys and happy holidays. And before you leave, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss out. We'll be back with more car reviews, and good night guys. See you.